Hey, happy Friday, non-perishable goods
Non-perishable
listeners.
goods podcast Friday.
We have, all these things going on in the world, some man-made, some as they would call acts of God, natural disasters.
So what sparked up this one?
So, I was just going down rabbit holes. Actually, no, I was just scrolling, swiping a few things, and I saw a video of a volcanic eruption, and the lava was just pouring off of the cliff, like into the ocean. And I believe it was Hawaii. I think it was Hawaii. And it was just beautiful. Like it was beautiful, and it was like the glowing lava, and I was just like mesmerized because I'm like, it's just so many things going on in the world, and then we have natural disasters on top of everything else that's going on that could happen at any moment. It's just really humbling. It's very humbling, but it's beautiful. It's scary, but it's like beautiful chaos, maybe.
Beautiful disasters. Yeah,
Yeah, you know
I
what I
was
mean?
saying. Yeah, I was saying like I know you can't do it, but I always just want to put my hand in the lava and just go.
Yeah.
And then in my hands,
Exactly.
and then my hands come out. Oh.
Your hands are gone. Yeah, like
And
I
then
feel
and
like
then I read like you probably can't even get that close because it's
close,
so hot unless you have like a not a hazmat suit but like a suit on or something.
like a fire suit.
Yeah, like so all those like Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, the last movie where they're in the lava, or any show that has like, or even like Star Wars where like they're in lava, like flowing on rocks and
Yeah,
fighting on rocks. It's like it would be so hot that you probably burn up right there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Sitting on the rock.
absolutely,
Like it doesn't
absolutely.
look that way because like the video you showed is like it was black, and then you see like veins of red, but it's just all
Mhm.
black because of the dirt and molten debris and everything that is covered on it. And then
Yeah.
volcanoes make islands too. Like
Hmm.
when the
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 lava.
lava moltens and hardens, like it turns into
Yeah,
a body of land.
right. Exactly. Which is also pretty awesome.
And then it
But
turned the water into a sauna. Like I wonder how hot the water was because the video she showed, the lava fell in the water, and then
mhm.
a little bit. I was looking for steam coming up because I'm like, man, that's a spa.
Right. Exactly. It's like facial. Can I get a facial steam?
Little steamed pores.
Open up my pores. Yeah, like for real, because I don't know, it's pretty cool. Because like you were saying, think about it. Like if you get close to a campfire, just think when you're close to a campfire how hot that is. And I think
Yeah,
lava, I mean, what's the Fahrenheit like this or the Celsius on that? I
I don't
wonder.
know, man.
I'm
I don't
thinking
know.
like an oven is 400, like a hot oven, or like if you put on broil, I think it's like 500 degrees.
Yeah, like
So
like imagine like you forget your mitts or whatever. You think you're an idiot, and you just pick up the thing. Like it's gonna be hot.
right.
It's and then but I mean when you get close to it, it's hot. And you get close to hot water when you take a shower, it's hot. So like lava, I can't even think about like I can't fathom going to something that close.
Dude, look, check this out. Why? I just looked it up. Fresh lava is between 1,300 degrees Fahrenheit and 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, you probably can't even get close to
Ooh, that's
it.
crazy. That's hot.
Wanting to make it.
That's hot. That is hot. And I think also the lava, once it like moltens and stuff, it turns into, or you can get like obsidian rock, which is like a beautiful like black
Mm-hmm.
smooth type of rock. So
I've
it's
seen
just
those in
crazy.
museums. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's just it's like this something this hot and scary makes such beautiful um rocks. and
It
resources,
destroys and builds.
right, at the same time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Like everything in this path, but then it'll like create like land, and then over time it will be like grass will sprout, flowers will sprout.
right. Yeah. No, that's super, very, very, very cool, I think. And then
But
like you were saying, oh, real quick, like you were saying too, from the steam and the heat, like how there's hot springs and stuff.
yeah, from geysers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I know, I mean, maybe there's like, I mean, I'm sure from like the core of the earth, it heats up those oases or whatever. But I wonder if sometimes there's like where there's like inactive volcanoes. Um, I wonder if there's like hot springs around there too. Just something I want to look into. That would be kind of interesting.
And then like the pit of the lava. I don't know, just volcanoes are just like crazy concepts from the earth. You know what I'm saying? It's like like Earth's pimples. It's like Earth's acne.
Right. It's like,
It's
or
they're not, it's not a whitehead, it's a redhead.
right. Yeah, it just erupts
It's an
and busts.
orange redhead. Yeah.
Yeah. What if like, I don't know, or it could be some other kind of eruption.
All right.
Whatever, you want to talk about it. Let's get it.
You know what? I didn't even think about that, bro. Like
Are you
for real.
serious? I'm
I'm
the
for
only
real.
one.
I'm thinking about bad skin on Earth, and you're thinking about ejaculation.
Exactly.
No,
But I mean, think about it. It's
I
coming
wasn't even
from
there.
the middle of the earth and it's just pew,
You
shooting
know why?
out.
Probably because I have a penis, and my penis doesn't look like a volcano.
Oh,
Like
okay.
when volcanoes to me look like, acne.
Right. Well, I guess so.
Craters, like the moon
I
has
feel you.
craters.
I feel
Yeah.
you. I feel you.
So
I
that's
see where
probably
you're going.
why I didn't. If a dude's Johnson looks like a volcano, there's something. I mean, he has a mutant dick, if it
Right,
looks
right,
like
right.
that. So
Yeah. No, I hear you. I
the
feel you.
difference
I feel you.
between men and women. But the eruption part, I get it. I understand.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking of more so, like the force
Yeah.
of the,
Also, I wouldn't think about that because when we spit, that's it. Like the volcano keeps on going. Like, you know
right.
what I mean? When we spit, it's like ping, 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 and then that's it. Like volcanoes, like, and they'll spit and then like drag down and just keep dragging down, 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 down. So
Yeah. But I
like
wonder
that to
what
me
makes it
reminds me of
stop.
acne. What makes it stop?
Yeah. Like I
It's probably
wonder.
like a pimple. Like it has a good significant of lava or pus or whatever, and then you know that's it. Like the longer it takes for it to erupt, the more I guess lava builds up. Like the build, it's like a pimple, like pus, 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 and then finally, yeah, I can't take it. I
Right.
can't take it anymore.
Yeah. And I'm sure we won't get into it because you probably don't know, but there's a lot of scientific reasons why they erupt and when they erupt and how they erupt and all that stuff. Look forward to another
Because
show. We'll do a part 2.
in the Earth's core hot, like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there's like lots of veins in the Earth, like funnels and tunnels. I don't know.
Like, is this where hell is?
Sure, Stacy. Sure.
I don't know. Like, if heaven is in the earth, like in the atmosphere in the sky, like is
Sure.
hell in the earth's core because it's hot?
If that's what you want to believe.
No, I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
I mean, on that level, heaven
Satan's
and
down
earth are
there.
different planes, so no.
Heaven would be, I don't know. Like, is heaven sky or is heaven like outer space? Like, what do people like? How far are we thinking here?
I don't believe in both, so I have the concept though. The concept to me would be another like parallel universe. So if you pass away, if there's another place to go where your soul goes or you go, it wouldn't be here on this plane. It would be, because this is like the physical plane, like, you know what I mean, like kinetic energy, breathing, atmosphere. You need this to do this kind of thing, like an alchemist, like alchemy. And then when you die, you're like an entity or whatever, like like the movie Soul from Pixar, like you become an entity, all this clothes and your skin and your face disappears, you become your whatever your soul is, and then who knows after that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right. I know. It's just a lot of unknown things with this world, this earth,
I mean, you
the
could take
solar
like
system.
Dante's Inferno and or all those old school paintings and of hell and stuff, and believe that this face will be with you forever. But some people don't believe that. Some people do. So,
Hmm. No, absolutely. There's
up in the
so
air.
many.
You won't.
Yeah,
We won't find out
literally.
till we die.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I
So what did you
forgot real quick. I forgot I don't know what show it was. Maybe it was The Good Place, but like, yeah, I think it was The Good Place where like, all these people died and they go into this like purgatory area, which is like an office. It was like an office, like a meeting room. And then somebody raises their hand and says, can you tell us which religion was right? And then one of the meeting organizers, I think he goes like, he says, Muslim was the correct religion. And everybody's like, ah.
like,
Something like that. I
we
think
chose
like
wrong.
Muslim or baptism. Ah, man, this whole time.
That's hecka funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if it
anyway,
is. Yeah, I wonder if it'll. I said, I wonder if it will be like that. I have
I
all
think
these
I think it will
questions.
be like I don't know. Have you seen Loki?
Loki. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, there's a
Oh, isn't
part.
that a monster or like a character?
Yeah, from Marvel.
Yeah, my
It's a
nephew.
TV show on Disney, and there's a part where he goes through like some like scanning process. Like they take his clothes, they scan them, they do all this stuff. I think it'll be like that. But I would, I don't know, But like I said, I don't think we keep this. This is Earth. This face, this body. This is. I think when we go, we might be like a ball of light or something, or like of ink blot or something. You know what I mean? Like we're just a formless, like placide amoeba or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because this stays down here. When we die, like this goes into the earth or gets cremated or whatever. We're done. This is like our vessel, right? And we're finished with this.
Right.
Unless like your soul goes and you're like this vapor, and then it might be the shape of your face just to be recognizable. But but I don't know, like why would afterlife hold on to this face, this body?
Yeah.
You're going to a new place.
Right. I have believed what you're talking about for the longest time. And then I started reading this book called Heaven. And it's backed up with it has a lot of different theories and stuff, but it's all backed up with scripture. And there is a theory that we do go to a new earth. Like it's basically, okay, there's one theory that I really like because it makes me feel like we'll still see each other. You know what I mean? We'll have like the same bodies, but it would be healed and better. Like, and we'll know like our family, and if we die, we'll see them again, like literally. And it's saying that the earth is pretty much gonna just be redeemed by God back to his original master plan. And it's basically gonna be earth, but better. Like everything, like say we haven't been to Bali or to Africa or wherever, but in heaven we'll be able to go to these same places. Like, well, it's just going to be back to God's original plan of like perfection, like of Garden of Eden, like the story before Adam and Eve. ate the fruit from the tree, and then everything got jacked up from that point. That's the story, the creation story, But so yeah, like, I don't know. We'll see.
I
Like,
think,
nobody knows.
yeah,
Nobody knows
nobody
for
know
sure.
exactly. That's my point. It's like nobody left and came back and was like, "Yo,
Right. But
let me write this down."
yeah, but
It's crazy.
there are a lot of people who aren't religious who have died and have seen stuff and come back. Like, there's a lot of YouTube stuff and documentaries on that. And like, a lot of people say they see a light and they see this and that and this, and like, it's, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah, my friend, well, a long time ago, my friend, she said her grandpa was on his deathbed and he said he saw the devil. But I mean, whatever his interpretation was, you know what I mean? I know a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
people who religion and not religious and not religious who have, have family members or whatever who have died and came back or supposedly died and came back. I think you just see what you want to see, because you're so hopeful. Even like stories like that, like, yeah, that would be nice to have to go back before, if that story, if you believe that story, and be able to go wherever you want, and before plate tectonics and all the worlds were, the land was together and we could go here or whatever, you know what I mean? But I mean, I just like, for humans to feel good about dying. It's almost like when like I'm trying to convince you to sacrifice your life for our cause, so your body can, or your blood can make it rain. And then I'm feeding you a story so you won't feel bad about sacrificing yourself. Like they did in the Aztec days and the Mesopotamia, is it
Mhm.
Mesopotamia or whatever, in
Well,
South
that's
America.
Africa. Yeah, Euphrates in
South,
Africa.
yeah. So it's like, you gotta make it sound good so they don't. So we'll have more volunteers instead of like, kidnapping somebody to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, people believed in that too. They believe in sacrificing bodies. Oh, it's not raining. Get another body. It's still not
Mhm.
raining. Get another body. Like,
Yeah,
no, wait. Maybe it's not working.
right.
Maybe
Yeah,
it has to do with the clouds.
right. Well,
And the
there's a,
humidity.
yeah, there's a lot of cultures that, do sacrifices. And even in the Bible, there was a lot of sacrificial, offerings to God. So there is something
Uh,
there with sacrificing
mhm.
certain things, like in all like cultures, faiths, religions, whatever. So there's definitely something there, but I don't know.
Just imagine how many people died for, I mean, for me, in my opinion, like man-made, philosophies and ways and stuff, just because one person said, we need to kill 10 people for the crops to grow. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and that's
When
just
it's when it
crazy.
has to do with all it had to do was with science and their
Right.
in their area. Like, this
Yeah,
area is barren. No, like any amount of blood or bodies you kill, it has nothing to do with that. It's the land.
right. And that's where people like interject their own thoughts. Like, we're
Right.
so imperfect and we just make anything up, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, not all of us, but some people like just
Yeah.
make anything up. Like Putin, for example, right now, he feels it's very, justifiable for him to go into Ukraine and do what he's doing. And he's literally displaced millions of people, and tens of thousands of people have already died, I'm sure, you know? And
But
it's
he's not
just
the only one. Like North Korea, what's his name?
Kim
Kim Jong
Jong-un.
Un. Oh my God, dude! Like, if he
He's
there's that one lady who, I guess she escaped, and the story she tells, this Korean chick that she tell, it's amazing. Like the stuff that she had to go through. Oh God, I forgot her name. But she's like all over the place. She was on Joe Rogan. She's on all kinds of podcasts, just telling her story, just trying to put light on, on how North Korea is like now. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah,
it's it's insane. He's a dictator. It's
yeah,
just there's people like famished, and he's eating in his ivory towers like full course meals, and people down here like are dying and living in poverty and stuff. And but they still kind of like praise him because of some like,
Out of fear though,
yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, because if you say something, then they'll just kill you.
right, exactly. Like he just dropped a cinematic like Hollywood film, basically. Did you see the missile launch that he did?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude, you have to look. It just came out yesterday, but it was a film, like a short little, it was a short of their missile launch, and it was so
Like traumatic?
cheesy.
Oh, geez.
It was so corny, and but it was like, oh my gosh, dude, what is even happening? But it's like when Putin does stuff, first Trump, I feel like his villainous ways started all this, and then Putin's out here trying to be the big villain, and then now Kim Jong-un, he's like in it, and he wants to show how big he had, caused some kind of ruckus and say, yeah, I got a big missile, I'm gonna launch this, and I don't know. It's like war games. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
like
these,
kids with toys. It's like
yeah,
boys with toys. It's like
exactly.
they don't. It's
Exactly.
like they don't see
How
what's
it
real.
hurts people.
Yes, yeah, because they're in their ivory towers. Because they got all this money, but they
Yeah,
don't see or care like
yeah.
what goes
And
on in the hood.
exactly. And I just saw yesterday that this fall we're headed for a famine, a global food famine, because Russia and Ukraine are the biggest producers of wheat. And so now that they're at war right now, who's producing wheat? You know what I mean? And Russia is a big producer of fertilizer. So now that they're, not they're being sanctioned, they're not, they're not working, they're at war. It's affecting it's going to affect all of us. And so wheat is used for everything, you know?
I think economically, yeah. I've watched some documentaries about like how we can feed the whole world, at least America. We could feed the world like 10 times over. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the economy
Yeah, no, but
because that might affect the economy as far as like price on wheat. You know what I mean? Like I'm not worried about the food. I think we have enough food. We have a lot of farms out here in America to where we're okay. But like
no, no, no. We're interdependent though. Like the world is so connected. I would, after I saw this film or this newscast, I was like, we need to be more um
independent.
independent.
But
We got to.
that's one aspect though. Like that doesn't affect our rice. That doesn't affect our food, our meat. That's one part. That's what I'm saying. Like that will affect obviously our wheat and anything dealing with our wheat products.
I mean, that's
And
bread.
the
That's
I know, but that's one part though, right? Like we can still eat corn. We can still eat all the fruit. We can still eat the vegetables, or we our animals that we still eat. You know what I mean? All that stuff. That part will be okay. The seafood you guys
dang.
eat.
Vegans are gonna have a hard time
Yeah.
if there's. I just thought of
Are
that.
your oats? Your
Hey,
oats.
they better
That's what
eat
I'm saying.
them.
The price is gonna go up. Is what I was trying to say. Like the
Yeah,
inflation because I'm sure we have wheat reserves or whatever. But yeah, I mean, how long is that gonna last? You gotta like
yeah,
weed it out. You
no,
know what I mean?
right.
So
And
if you're into like vegans, like if you're into
carbs,
how many how much food has like oats and wheats inside of it
a
as
lot.
ingredients. You know what I mean? So that's gonna take it's gonna take a toll.
Yeah, it is. And then, and also the fertilizer, if American farms don't get their fertilizer shipments because, they get it from Russia and Russia's not producing it, and Ukraine at the moment, um, fertilizer it feeds everything. And our American farms are already going through or having issues with crops due to like bugs and
And
pestilence
equipment,
and drought,
like
and you know what
new
I mean?
equipment and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Also I'm an advocate for those toilets that when you boo boo in them, it turns it into like fertilizer. and you just take the bag out and you can, give it to the company or back to the company, or if you could use it, excuse me, for your own stuff if you have a farm or something. But like, I just had an epiphany when I had issues with my toilet, where like I'm just like, peeing is such a waste of water. Like peeing in the toilet and flushing it down, it's all liquid. It's like a waste. It's not like boo boo, right? Boo boo is solid. You need the water to like kind of like soften it after it comes out of your butthole and then go in, right? That makes sense. But peeing and then flushing it with the water is like a waste of water. To me, like we should have like a pad and pee on the pad.
Not a wee wee pad for humans.
Like a pad, and then have like the smell or something cover it up, whatever. Kind of like a litter box. We should have a litter box. Save water. We need to save. That's the thing too. Like we need to save water. You know what I'm saying? Like they're saying like in 2030, if we don't fix things now, if we don't, make more immense measures to save the planet now, we are screwed.
We're in trouble, y'all.
So you want to I mean,
we got 8 years.
I mean, we're investing in ApeCoin and Bitcoin. We ain't gonna be able to spend it.
Right. Exactly. Do nothing with it. Exactly. It's like we're just going through the motions of life, and anything can happen at any moment. A natural disaster.
I know there's some toy companies now. I forgot. I think Hasbro or whatever. They're releasing their toys with less plastic or no plastic and just the cardboard, because the cardboard is easier to recycle. So that's a good step, companies, and plus I think it's cheaper for them and less, so because they're using less, material to box, items and stuff. So that is great. Like we need to keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like all these, fast food places, killing us and fattening us up and stuff. Like they need to be aware. Like, I mean, we're not going to be around to spend money on your food if you don't, shape up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And back to your PP idea, like they are making toilets where you can, if you do, pee or boo boo, you can hit one button and it doesn't use as much water. You know what I mean? So yeah, like my uncle has a toilet like that. You hit the little button and then that's for pee, and the bigger buttons for your dookie.
Yeah, because I think the toilet I was talking about earlier, I don't think it uses any water. I think when you just boo boo, it just hits
it's like a porta potty
bowl and just drops in there.
Yeah, it would just smell so bad.
I mean, you just have to suffer. I mean, it's going to smell like fertilizer. When you drive by Tracy and Lodi, I mean,
it stank. It's the worst smell ever.
No, but also I think that toilet does have like a scent thingy.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious what other countries do, because Americans, we definitely are wasteful. But if there is a solution out there where it can minimize water for pee, but pee is so, I don't know, it's strong. It's acidic, right? I feel like it would be acidic. And like ammonia,
because there's some people will be drinking that shit,
or washing their hair with it. I know.
Or because I'm thinking like for us as a whole, as Americans, I'm just going to deal with America. They advocate for us to have families and stuff, which is cool. And then we buy houses, and once we get there, you're in a house with your wife or your husband or whatever. You guys are, being wasteful. You're buying things, you're going boo-boo, you're going pee-pee, you're taking a shower, you're buying gas or whatever, unless you have a Tesla, and you're living your life. And then you have kids. And then kids is more, not only more money, but more waste, more clothes, and in the fashion industry is, they're polluting the world just as bad, So we're buying more clothes, we're spending more money, they're going boo-boo. Diapers, all the diapers, who knows if those are biodegradable.
I think it takes like 15 years or something crazy like that.
And then women's tampons, are those biodegradable? We had to think about all these things. My beanie, my shirt, my tape, like when these go in the trash or goes to Goodwill, how long will this last? Is this going to be recycled? Is this going to be burnt?
And then, but when you burn, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Finish.
Yeah, and when you burn stuff, that's gonna go into the air
in the
and mix
ozone
with the
layer and
ozone.
deplete the ozone layer. I mean, there's like significant areas that are designated for burning clothes, and then it's like, we're going to die.
Yeah, yeah, like
Talk about
literally, like
natural disasters, like no,
okay,
we're gonna
no,
die before that.
but that's why it's like there's natural disasters, but then there's also things
Than
that
us.
humans do that cause these natural
Natural disaster,
disasters.
yeah, like
Because
what's the global thing?
the what?
Not you gonna say fracking?
Yeah, that causes
The
earthquakes.
what's the when the ice, the polar ice caps are melting?
Yeah,
What do they call that?
the glaciers.
Now you know how the polar ice, because of the heat, because of the ozone layers depleting,
Right.
it's causing the polar ice caps to
Melt.
melt, which is causing floods and the water rising.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sea level is rising.
Yeah, what's that? It's like global something or
Global warming.
yeah,
Oh, I was like global warming.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Global warming is real.
What Trump said wasn't real.
Right.
The
Well,
thing that he said that wasn't was
yeah,
fake.
most Republicans don't believe it. Like they don't believe in global warming.
Which is weird because you want to spend your money. You're not going to be around to spend your money.
Hello.
I don't understand what rich people are. Is there something that they? I think after you make like $1 million, are you part of this club that is like a spaceship waiting for you guys? Like,
Yeah, I think people are really detached from what's going on in the world. You know what I mean?
you're not going to be around to spend your money.
Yeah, people are detached. They don't understand. Like people are just living and not thinking of the future. A lot of humans don't think for the future. You know what I mean? As far as savings and money, like people don't think for the future.
I was just thinking the other day, like literally the other day, like, can I kill a chicken and skin it? Can I kill a raccoon? Whatever. Can I kill an animal and skin it alive? You know, I was
And
thinking
cook it.
like killing a deer and saving the meat and putting it in the freezer, and then can I do that?
Sustain.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, if I have to, I would, because but how many?
I'm sure there's a YouTube video to show you how to cut it properly.
There's a
butcher
YouTube video of somebody making beef jerky from
Oh wow.
scratch.
Oh wow.
Like hanging the meat and letting it dry out and everything.
Oh my goodness. That's probably some fresh
but
jerky.
But you gotta think like this though. We're not gonna have YouTube. We're not gonna have anything electric. You know what I mean? If the world goes as like it's gonna go.
Well, that's why more people do need to jump on the solar panel life, And I thought
the wind turret or whatever they call it, the wind
turbine. Yeah.
Are they called
Yeah.
turbines?
Yeah, all that. Like we need to definitely, I know people are working on it, but it needs to be like in the forefront. Like just as much as we want to know about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, we need to know what energy we'll have in the future that's going to keep us alive and not affecting the earth.
Like we
have
go ahead.
I was gonna say, but I think rich people, they definitely think that they have enough money that they can just probably jump on a spaceship with Elon Musk and go to Mars. Like they're probably like, oh, Earth's falling apart. Well, we have a condo on Mars. You didn't hear? You didn't know? You know what I mean? Why are they trying to go to space so much? Why?
I'm not going up there unless they have a bubble over the city or the area where we're supposed to be living, because I mean, that's just scary. I'm out in the open in space. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could jump one jump leap and I'm floating in the air. I'm gone.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's no air there, so there's no sound. Mm-hmm. No, you can't hear that.
Right, isn't that weird? Right. Yeah, I think there's one planet that might have like some type of light or air. I thought. They've discovered
there's a moon around Saturn that has vegetation, I think.
Yeah, they're like starting to find organisms on different places because they like it sounds like it's so vast up there. Like we haven't even touched the tip of the solar system.
It's gonna be like that movie. What's that movie? Don't look up.
Oh, that
It's gonna
was
be a
my favorite
chosen
part.
few. Go to a planet, and it's gonna take years to get there. And then you get there, and then you get ate up by the
You get
end.
eaten
you get, you get eaten
by
by the
a funny looking animal. Yeah,
if it nobody's seen that yet, everybody should watch that movie. That movie
it's
is
so funny. I might watch that again. It was hilarious.
I'll be down to earth just sitting with my family, just waiting for us to die. I'm not going to another planet. I'm cool. This is the planet for me.
Yeah, they need to get some things in order before I even think about it.
It's funny how all the sci-fi movies, when they depict like people leaving Earth, it's always because we killed Earth, and it's like regenerating. It's like a Space Harlot. Up, Don't Look Up, like a bunch of like space sci-fi movies. Like they leave, and then they come back, and then like Earth is all like, I think Gundam was like that too. Like the planet is all fucked up, but now it's like regenerating after years. You know what I'm saying? Like decades of time, and then like now it's like, oh, the Earth is healing itself. The atmosphere is more breathable. There's plants now growing after decades, after us having to leave, getting on the spaceship, leaving for years, and just kind of making a U-turn and coming back.
Yeah.
But it's because we fucked it up. We
Right. Well, just like when the pandemic hit and everybody was inside, how quickly the earth like repaired itself. You know what I mean? Like people were saying smog was better in Los Angeles. There was like animals
It
out,
was
like
the clouds were gone, like the dark clouds were gone. Obviously because there's no cars on the street. Like the
right.
animals took over, the rats came all out, all the the deer came out in Griffith Park. They're all like outside playing ball and dodgeball and
Okay.
stuff, and kicking
Right.
soccer balls, and having
Bambi.
picnics with the raccoons and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you see raccoons on their little towels eating and drinking tea. It
Oh,
was
easily.
crazy.
Yeah. It was literally like harmonious for those first
It was
for a
harmonious for
moment.
me. It was harmonious for me going to work because there was no traffic
Okay.
for like a
So
year, man.
yeah,
I
now it's
loved it.
like we're back to the hustle and bustle. But you
Like
remember like
12 monkeys.
yeah, you remember in like growing up like in the 80s, I remember they used to say like, oh, we need to do something about climate, the climate change by 2030. And it's like we're there now and we still haven't made
We
any
haven't done
changes.
anything. Nothing impactful. No. And
So
I think it's just because of greed. But go ahead.
yeah, no, exactly. Like it's like when are we gonna wake up? We
It's
all
also
like
getting worse because
yeah,
there's more entrepreneurs who are making things, and
industrialization
yeah, and
and
all the
crypto,
and
the
crypto.
Ethereum
Oh my god.
mining. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, we gotta let up.
I
We
just
have to do
almost forgot about that.
right. Like we gotta do way better. But humans, we always do things after the fact. Like we're reactive. We're not proactive people. And we should be. And like this is something that's going to affect all of us. Again, like I feel like with the pandemic and all this war even, and it's showing us how interconnected we are. Like we need each other. We need to be a collective society. Capitalism is great and all, but we need to look out for each other.
Yeah, but
We need to help.
we're too divided. We're too with religion and language and philosophy, and it should be just humanity, right? But we're just too divisive.
Want to be right. Yes. People don't listen. Everybody just wants to be right. Like I feel like we should really to move forward in any direction. People need to start listening to each other. Government, political factions. Like listen to that Trump supporter. Listen to that, Black Lives Matter person. Like understand where everybody's coming
Yeah,
from. And
listen
if
to
it's
that Christian, listen to that Muslim,
Muslim,
listen to
yeah,
that Palestinian,
that devil
Syrian,
worshiper,
the
whoever.
Wiccans,
Yeah, like listen, like I don't care. Like we're being really
the
extreme right now.
Island Boys, all that. Listen to
I don't
all of
know.
it.
I don't know if we're gonna listen to that, but
Island boy.
nothing but an island boy. My friend, she did a remix to that and it was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, her name's Malika Music on Instagram. But yeah, so I don't know. We gotta start listening because or we're gonna burn up.
You wanna keep your Tesla, you wanna keep your studio or a loft apartment, you wanna keep your flat, you
You
wanna
want your
keep
Apple Watches and
you want
your
your G4s, you wanna keep going to the gym so you look at that girl on the treadmill. Do you wanna, keep watching these semi subpar TV shows on the Hulu and Netflix? We have to do better or it's all for nothing. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Like we have to humble ourselves. We
And
really
but we
have
have
to
to,
humble
but
ourselves.
exactly. But it's also like the fast food companies, the high end fashion companies, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, like they need to make a move as well. You know what I'm saying? They need to start, worrying about their carbon footprint because they're adding to the suffering of the planet, especially fashion companies with the ink and the fabric and the it's all going in rivers and stuff like that. Like that's not cool. You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like,
not like we eat fish. Y'all like sushi? Like
yeah, y'all
stop.
eating mercury, y'all eating worms. Like, and if your stomach acid isn't enough, you're gonna get sick. You're going to die from worms because you guys like eating sushi.
Yeah, parasites. Like it's like I said, people start making changes once they get that parasite, or but
Right.
then
Or
they'll
cancer.
yeah, they'll get the disease and then they'll be healed from the disease and they'll, be good for a while and making efforts to live a better life and make better decisions. And then they get right back onto their old shit. Some people, some people,
Some people,
most,
yeah, some people.
yeah, some people do change their lives
Some
once
people
they,
make, yeah, sometimes it's an epiphany, an awakening, and then they're like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta stop eating meat. I gotta do blah blah blah. I gotta do or start eating meat. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta find God. Or not find God. You know what I mean? Like there's always something that we all have our own path to follow, right? We all make our own way. You know what I'm saying? We all make have our own fork in the road. But whatever is better for you, your way of life, and how you can I guess make that gel with being a better person and making the planet better and being
right,
aware and passing that along.
exactly. We
And
got
that's
to,
what we need to do, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Like I almost, when you were talking all that, I was like, well, thinking we need to put ourselves a little bit lower and put the earth a little bit higher at the moment because it's just too much. It's we're headed for
yeah,
disasters.
our taxes should be more into like what can like earth or south, anything to you know better the planet,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, but people have especially the Republican Party, they're so loud and wrong most of the time now. Like they used to be fiscally responsible, socially responsible, but now I feel like they're like this climate change stuff. How are you denying climate change? How? How can you deny that when everything, every industry is telling you that we don't have much time
Yeah, the science is
left to
there. Yeah.
reverse, but they don't
Yeah,
believe in science.
Gore
They
was
don't
up
believe in
on it
science.
already. Yeah.
Yeah, Gore
Gore
was
was
on
on
it.
it.
Yeah, he was on it. And even like Acacia Cortez, what's her name? Like AOC, I can't think of
AOC.
her. Yeah, she has the Green New Deal. It's super progressive, in the works. But like, and there was even a president or a guy running for president from Washington State, and he had a very green agenda as
Mhm.
well, you know? So it's like,
I think anybody opposed to that or even trying things like that just don't care. Like they work all they care about is money.
yeah, but they gotta care. Like you guys literally have to start caring. Like they said, we don't have time to like before it's too late, whatever that means.
Yeah. Especially like if you're old, like old and rich, like you're not gonna have money to buy the medicine your diabetes medicine or whatever you got, because I know y'all got something. 'Cause
Yeah,
all the Republicans look horrible. None of
yeah.
y'all look healthy.
None of y'all.
Mitch
Mm-mm.
McConnell,
Okay,
you guys,
seriously.
with your turkey neck, you guys look
I know I was
horrible.
gonna go. But anyways, yeah, no, they and like people need to think about their children. Like, do you guys are like old and almost death or near death, but
Yeah, and they all got kids. Like, you want your
yeah,
kids to melt in lava,
right. Your grandkids. Hello, maybe your kids you don't care about
acid
so much.
rain.
Yeah, your grandkids.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
let's think
man.
about your grandkids. Cause my niece and nephew, they're gonna be here. I don't want them to have to deal with whatever is coming, you know?
Yes, it's I'm not optimistic at all. I've
Yeah.
always been a cynic when it comes to. I'm cynical because I just don't. People just care more about Yeezys and than than
People.
than the fish dying,
Right. Yeah. Or yeah.
running out
Well,
of food. You guys gonna
yeah.
eat your Yeezys?
Yeah. I really feel like people care about like pets, like dogs and cats more than humans though. So somehow we need to get them to lead the charge. We need like Rover to be like, hey, humans, stop doing what you're doing. Do it for us, the
Right.
doggies.
The dogs are dying.
The dogs are dying.
When you get
Then
like a
people would change. People would change.
we get like a cartoon of Clifford and Heathcliff. I don't know if
That would
Clifford
be
can
funny.
talk. All dogs go to heaven. Charlie and Heathcliff. You know,
Mm,
hey,
yeah,
fix the world, guys. It's
right.
I hate
Exactly.
Mondays and I hate climate change. You know,
Right. Something that has to give because wake people up because yeah, we are causing a lot of problems, but I know you had some stuff you wanted to share about natural disasters.
okay, so 2021, I got this from USA News, right? And
Uh-huh.
there's like this is the top 10 deadliest natural disasters.
Whoa.
Um, so the 10th one happened in December 21st, was a volcano eruption, and it killed 45 people in Indonesia.
Wow.
Uh, the next one, number 9, is December 21st. Tornado kills 90 across 5 states of America. The 8th one was August 21st. A Hurricane Ida killed 91 people across 9 U.S. states.
Mm.
Number 7, May 21st. I'm sorry, everything is 2020, 2021. In May, a cyclone called Cyclone Tatke kills at least 200 in India. In October, flash floods and landslides killed 201 people in India and Nepal.
Wow.
The 5th one, in April, a cyclone Saroja kills at least 222 people.
Mm.
Where was that one at? I wrote that one down. That was in Indonesia, in Indonesia. Number 4, in July, my notes are better. In July 14th, flood kills 230 people in Germany,
Wow.
Belgium.
And it's wow. And we don't hear about none of this. Like, I
No,
mean,
it didn't
some
happen in our
things,
area. And
dang,
the
yeah.
third one, July 20th, a flood or a landslide kills 302 people in China. 2, in December 16th, a super typhoon kills 375 people in the Philippines. And the number one worst one was in August 14th in Haiti. Remember that? I remember this one. That earthquake
Yeah.
killed over 2,200 people.
That is crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's from what you're, I mean, I don't know. I don't like to say third world countries or whatever because I feel like that was kind of like propaganda to us for the longest. Because like I know a lot of people who have traveled other places and they're like, it's beautiful, it's great, it's wonderful, you know. But
Yeah.
like countries like that don't have a lot of infrastructure. I feel like they get hit the hardest from different natural disasters. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got the
Like
San Francisco one that a while ago, a long time ago in the
the Bay,
Bay,
the battle of the Bay. Nobody forgets that.
where the Golden Gate Bridge do the Harlem Shake. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I
and
remember that shit.
I remember because it was the game where the A's and the Giants were playing, and it was I think it was the World was it the World Series? No, it wasn't the World Series, but it was a big game for the Bay, and I remember the Bay Bridge. People were on the Bay Bridge, and the Bay
Mm-hmm.
Bridge collapsed. Like we were in the so
Cars were
funny.
going over. Yep.
Yeah, we were just on the bridge the other last weekend, and we were like, dang, just imagine driving along and there's an earthquake, and then the bridge you just get smashed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
You
Because the
know.
bridge is like one level here and another level down here. And I think
Hmm.
there's another level for like work, for construction or whatever. And yeah, that thing just smashed on other people. Like cars were falling in the water, people were falling in the water. Man, that shit was insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, and we're pretty developed here, but like, yeah, and even like the earthquake of 1906 in San Francisco, like
Mhm.
it caused a lot of damage, from gas lines exploding and fires, and because it's, the trickle effect. And we have buildings that were supposed to stand up against that. But like a lot of other countries, I think in some of the areas you name, they don't have like these kind of architectural structures that we have to keep them safe. So I think that's why there's so much more casualties um, than here in some places.
It's just funny to like when that happened, they rebuild everything and then people just move back. I'm just like, I'm not moving back after experiencing it. I am
Yeah.
not moving back.
Well, like, yeah, like Katrina, when all those floods and everybody,
Oh yeah.
vacated and went to, I think Texas. A lot of people went to Texas. A lot of people didn't go back.
Yeah, why would I go back? Just it's going to happen again.
Yeah, and especially if they didn't already fix the levees. Like I don't think I mean, I'm sure they hopefully have done some work to the levees over there in the Gulf, but I don't I don't think we've spent like that's what they were talking about with Biden's presidency is the infrastructure. Like we need to fix a lot of things in America from, levees to bridges to water pipes to everything,
To the
infrastructure.
water, like in Detroit,
Yeah.
their water problem is it Detroit or just Michigan?
I think it's
Just Michigan.
Michigan,
Yeah,
but it's like, Flint, Michigan, and like
yeah, Flint,
the
Michigan.
the the poor
Yeah,
areas in the communities, and even like there's other places, other states that are having plumbing issues. Like Los Angeles, it's an old city. LA is an old city, and they got to start, doing that, like getting the pipes together. Like pipes don't last forever.
I know it's kind of like even like with my apartment, like we're just like sitting and just waiting for something to happen, like something dramatic. Like nobody's fixing anything. Nobody wants to,
And that
until
money,
yeah, because it costs money and it costs a lot. But like when them pipes corrode, man,
just
but
think
it's
your
like
water's passing through
yeah,
corrosion.
not only that, but like yeah, and then like if it does burst, like that's you can't stop it.
No, and that's the thing that kind of scares me about natural disasters. Like you mentioned earthquakes and, floods and, volcanic eruptions, but a lot, and cyclones and hurricanes, like a lot of those are water-based. Tsunamis, like you
Yeah,
can't stop water.
you can't stop it.
There's no way you could be like, stop water.
You can't stop what can't be stopped.
Exactly. Like water, I have such a respect for water in the ocean. Like it's just it's too vast. It's vast.
It's too strong. It's too powerful.
Yeah. Like a tsunami, like tsunamis get like what 6 miles high or something like that.
Mhm.
Or they get so high, maybe like 15 feet, and then they go like 6 miles. I think that's what it is. But like those people who live like beachfront property, beautiful,
Yeah, man.
prime locations. But shoot, let a tsunami hit, but people come back. People will be like, it's once in a lifetime situations, and it sometimes is. But it
It's kind of
does
like,
it humbles you though, I think. It makes you wake up to like, okay, there's more to this life and world than just me and my stuff, because you lose everything. And I think a
yeah,
lot of people, it helps you prioritize your purpose in
sure.
life. I would think,
Because I
like
always think like if the zombie apocalypse happened and I had to like grab stuff, I
mm,
think and leave my other stuff here, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I know like this is it. You know what I'm saying? Could be it. I gotta fight from my life for my way of survival. I gotta fight through it. Buy shoes, buy
yeah,
toys, buy everything,
yeah.
buy laptop.
Yeah, like I have no attachment to my things like that. But there is some things that I would have to like grab that I'm thinking about. It's like, but it's not materialistic stuff. It's things that I've had my whole life.
Yeah, I don't even care about that. I have pictures, my photo album, like everything. I just need my knife, my knives, my
Mm,
gun, my backpack, stuff to eat, and then to change the underwear. You know what I'm saying? I keep my pants, one pair of pants, a jacket. That's it, and the beanie, and I'm out. All this other shit.
yeah, like think about the Ukrainians that had to like up and leave real quick. Like,
Yeah,
ooh, like
yeah.
that's wild. Like that's man-made disaster. And then,
Oh,
but now with that, they're talking about nuclear bombs, and it's just like, are you guys kidding me? Like,
come on, man.
this is where we're at. We're gonna be nuking each other now, and that nuke stuff, radiation goes into the air, goes into the water.
There's gonna be
You know what I mean?
Chernobyl all over again.
Yeah,
I can't
and
believe we
like,
have people like this in the planet.
right, like, come on, like, we gotta do better. We gotta collectively do better.
How come we have villains but we don't have heroes? We don't have no Jason Bournes. We don't have no ninjas, no Wolverine, no X-Men. But we have villains all over the place.
Well, most times when people are doing good, they get silenced, or when people are doing good, they don't get support to, keep going with their causes or heroic efforts. Like for some reason in this world, good does not really get isn't popular, and it doesn't get the light. It doesn't get the limelight. Like the news, all the
We're
news talks
doomed.
about is bad stuff. Yeah, the new like there has to be some good stuff that happens in the world. There has to be. But you know what I'm saying? Like I refuse to believe there's not good stuff. Like there was one publication a few years back. It was a blog, and they made an effort to report good news. I don't know if they're still around, but
People don't
it
want to hear
I
it.
don't think it lasts. I don't think it lasted.
People don't want to see it.
Yeah,
People want
people
to.
don't.
People want to see us snow falling. People want to see wars, things blow up. People
Yeah,
arguing, throwing drinks on each other.
right. Like it's entertaining, but it's not good for our
Kanye
spirits.
spazzing outside of a LA hotel. That's all
Oh
they care
Lord, is
about.
that recent? I haven't seen that one.
No. That was
Oh, okay.
last month.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, last month.
So I don't know, but natural disasters are crazy. They really like even one natural disaster that I don't think it happens often, but I think it happened maybe like 4 years ago in the UK when that comet just came out of nowhere
Oh,
and
Lord have
like
mercy.
leveled a whole town in the UK. Like that's crazy to me. Like we could just be here right now
Yeah.
talking on this podcast and then a comet hits my house and
Did
I'm
another
gone.
one like blackout a city or something? Because it was like it didn't hit it, but like it flew
The
past
red.
it,
Hmm.
and just everything just went dark.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I think there was one more recent than the one I mentioned. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this
But
earth is powerful, but it's also beautiful. Like there was a video I saw the other day of a tornado. Um, there was a tornado going, and there was a truck. It was like a big F-150 red
mhm,
truck, and it was inside the tornado spinning around, and then it got thrown out of the tornado, and the dude started driving.
mhm.
Like he kept going, but he was in the tornado
Yeah,
for a
in the
while.
eye of the tornado.
Yes. Like
You
how, like,
imagine like you're like I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Wait a minute, wait, I'm coming
yeah,
down. What?
like you can't tell me God isn't real for
I'm
that one.
out.
Yeah, like he has his angels working
I mean,
overtime.
if you believe that, I believe in science, and I believe that anything that because I saw like another video where like a tornado came in and like a small one, but it was still strong and it blew off a roof. But that's what
Uh-huh.
it does. It takes things if it can, and then it just puts it down. You know what I'm saying? It put that truck up, and it just so happened to put it down the way it did, and then boom, he said, "I'm out."
Right. He drove off. Like he stood there for a second and
Yeah.
was probably like, "Oh, I'm alive," and then just kept going. You
Yo,
know,
check this
like
out. An asteroid hit Earth, but it was too small to cause damage in March. Like on the 13th of this month.
where did it hit?
Um, Iceland in the
Like what?
morning.
Like what is an asteroid? It's just a big rock.
The
Like a,
fifth asteroid to be discovered.
it's just a big rock, right?
It doesn't have to be anything. Yeah, yes, but when it lands because of the atmosphere and it's kind of like depreciates and it starts receding and stuff. So it just turns it like a shotgun, right? So this one hit when the impact, it was too small to cause any damage. Plus, in Iceland, there's like
Ice
nothing
everywhere.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's scary. And like they say, there's all kinds of like comets and asteroids. Like I think there's one actually heading for Earth as we speak.
But my thing is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't we have satellites out there roaming? By the way, we have so much space junk up there out
Right.
here. Yeah, just
Yeah.
like old satellites from like 70s and 80s and stuff that don't work anymore. They're just floating in the air. And if they make their way in the atmosphere and fall, that's could be a problem. But that's why we have other satellites there to detect these things, right?
Yeah. Because then they could probably shoot it. Like if they notice that it's coming towards Earth, they
Right.
could probably like missile it down or something.
So I'm pretty sure there's probably like an atmosphere police that NASA has or something that's roaming the air or whatever, or planes making periodic trips or whatever just to shoot down coming satellites coming down or like small little asteroids or whatever. It has to be. We have too many
Yeah.
people down here not for NASA and military not to be inspecting the atmosphere.
Yeah. No, they definitely do. But I know for one administration, I want to say it was Trump's administration, or maybe it was the last Bush. It was definitely a Republican president, but they took funding away from NASA. I think it was the Bush baby, the little Bush.
I mean, Ronald Reagan, made it to where they take a bunch of our Social Security. So I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
And they're still doing that, taking our Social Security.
right.
So I mean, Biden changed that. Biden, you know what I'm saying? Like, fix that so we can
Yeah.
have our money that we worked for.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been saying we weren't going to have that for a long time. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. That's why we need to invest. But what does it matter if the world is going to be gone in 2031?
2030. 2030.
Like, is it like the day of? Is it like going to be like a New Year's thing? 2030. Like,
I
are
don't
we going to
know,
get a
but
warning? Like, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe like I've heard a lot of people say that like climate change isn't real because we've had these temperatures like hundreds, thousands of years ago, or you know what I mean? Like Earth is just on a cycle of purging itself or whatever. And I mean, okay, that is possibly
that sounds
true.
like the same thing, though.
Yeah, but but it's purging. Like it's
Yeah, like us. We're part of the purge.
right.
What?
Exactly. So if we are in that cycle of Earth overheating or destroying itself but I don't know. I think this is the first time we've ever had this much industrialization on Earth. So
Absolutely. We have more people.
like I don't know, has the ozone layer ever been depleted? Because like biblically, the earth is supposed to burn up. Spoiler alert. So it's in line with everything that's happening right now. Like everything that's prophesied in the Bible, it's happening. And yeah, so I'm just curious, like, what is going to happen? Like, how is this gonna? I don't know. I don't know. But I think humans, we do have the power to change. We do. We could change
Of course we
this.
do. Of course we do. We're just
But
not
we're
going
not
to.
going to. Exactly. Exactly. Unless, like we were saying, we start listening to each other, we start putting, the earth in, because God, He gave our job as humans was to take care of the land. We're not doing it.
Look, we got all these people trying to make their own little cryptocurrency coins. You know what it takes to do that? It's like people just care about money, but like, yo, you're not going to be around to spend it. So what are you doing to have like 5 years of being a millionaire, or
Right.
5 years to experience a Bugatti and going to Fiji or Turks and Caicos?
Yeah.
You
People
have
might just,
5 years.
yeah. Well, people are like, YOLO, might as well make the best of it while I'm here.
But right. But if we had a different mentality where we all pull together and buy less, cook more, farm more, have more unity, we can make it happen. But we don't have that. We won't have that because there's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many people with their own, doing their own, YOLO, worried about themselves.
Yeah.
We're
Like,
doomed.
can we at least just be like friends and like each other and hold hands? Because, I feel like we're not going to be able to do all the other stuff.
We
So
can't even take care of our homeless people
we can't even wear masks and we
or
can't
sick
even get
people.
vaccinated.
Yeah, we can't even like think as a in uniform and yeah and agree on a vaccine and boosters and during this virus. This virus really showed a lot of people's asses for sure.
It
You know what I
really
mean?
did.
Like, and how how we don't trust the government, and it's just we're done, man. We're in trouble.
We in trouble, so everybody get right. That's all I got to say.
See you in 5 years. See you in 2030.
Oh, maybe the 5 years thing about, how they're saying, like, if you get the vaccine, some people believe that
Oh,
us that are vaccinated in 5 years, we're going to die from the vaccine. But shoot, we'll see. Vaccine or the global warming.
yeah, it's gonna be either or. I'll tell
Either
you,
or.
I'm gonna be training this whole time. I'm gonna be learning how to agriculture. I'm gonna be learning how to, shoot different kinds of guns.
Learn how to make a fire.
I know how to make a fire. Martial arts, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing all that shit.
Protection. Yeah, no, I hear you for real, for sure.
Because when this happens, I won't hesitate to kill people. Like, this is it. This is it.
He's ready.
I'm ready, dude.
He's ready. He's ready for survival.
There's a movie called The Mailman starring Kevin Costner and Lorenz Tate. Everybody should watch that. Watch Waterworld, also starring Kevin Costner. All the post-apocalyptic movies, man. If those movies don't scare you to act right and fix up. There's another one with Chloe Moretz, which is post-apocalyptic too. I forgot what it's called though. There's a bunch. There's one with John Baptista that starts in New York. That one's scary. I forgot what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a bunch that's just like scary, man. What's the one with Tom Cruise, like with the aliens coming? But there's a scene in that movie. It's a remake too, I think. When Earth stood still or something like that. When the world stood still or something.
Okay.
This one was Tom Cruise, and he's like he like has a van. His family's in the van, but like this is when the aliens are coming, taking people and destroying the city or whatever. The city's in shambles. Everybody's in disarray. He's driving his van through this crowd, and they're stopping him and they're banging on the van and scaring his kids and his family, and they're telling him to get out and stuff. And he's getting out, and people are like fighting to get the van so they can leave, and then people are pulling guns on other people and killing other people, just random people. It's just, that's how we're gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what they say. That's what the Bible says. It's gonna be all-out war. Like, it's gonna be, but I'm gonna be raptured. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be out of here.
Oh, for your sake, I hope that's true.
Right, for all of our sakes.
I don't want to be raptured. No,
you want to be down here and fight all the zombies.
I'm killing everybody.
You were probably made for this. This is what you've been wanting. But the good news is, once you make it through this tribulation period, you'll get another chance to choose God. After you see everybody else is gone.
Can you choose to be a demon?
Yeah.
Okay, I choose to be a demon.
No, shut up. I don't even want to hear you. We are closing this non-perishable good show, everyone. Bishop is talking crazy. He needs to go to sleep, go night-night. But with all that said, you guys, do not fear. Just think about others more than yourself. And maybe get a few straps if you're going to be down here with Bishop fighting the zombies.
You don't need it because we're going to be shooting at each other.
You are crazy.
And don't get close to me because you get gutted like a fish. Yeah.
He's going to have look, skin face.
I got 3 knives to choose from.
He'll have feathers in his little cap.
I'm gonna have like blood paint on my face.
Okay.
Like war paint.
He's ready.
I'm ready, dude.
I ain't gonna be here. I don't want to see none of it.
I'm be on my motorcycle.
I'm gonna be on a cloud like, oh dang, they're down there rumbling. Rumbling.
I believe that. I hope that comes true for everybody who believes. I hope it does. I really do.
I know it's like the unknown. We shall see. We shall see. We don't know.
I hope you guys are right.
Yeah, me too. That keeps me straight. That keeps me at peace and not fearful. Period.
I'll be down here collecting body counts.
I'm gonna come visit him. He gonna have bodies full of, or basements full of bodies.
Well, I won't because they're gonna smell.
You're gonna learn how to
I'll just
make
leave the
embalming.
bodies there. I'm not
You're
gonna be a serial killer. I'm gonna
Oh,
it get in the way. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
gonna be a
yeah.
free for all down here. While you guys are
Wow.
on your clouds, it's gonna be
I'm gonna be like this on my cloud.
They
They didn't believe
chaos.
in us. God did. That's what Khaled's been saying.
Mhm.
Like, have you watched? Do you don't follow Khaled? Huh?
Nah, he's annoying.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, he is annoying, but I love him.
Even
He's
his wife thinks he's annoying.
yeah, honey. She'd be like, "What, Khaled?" No, I
Another
love him.
one.
He's so motivating to me, and he cracks me up. But his latest saying, he always has like a new saying. His latest one is, "They didn't believe in us. God did." And he's like getting massages and jumping in the ocean, back floating. I love him. I love his confidence. They didn't
Good for
believe in
him.
us. God did. That's my shit.
We the best.
We the best. Anyways, all right, y'all. Well, thank you for fraternizing our show. Until next time. Doo-doo-doo.